One of my all-time favorite shoes just got better. Let's go see how. Got the Snake River down there. It's cold, but sunny. Super nice. So, the Inov-8 Trailfly G270, or previously called the Terra Ultra G270. One of my favorite all-rounder shoes I've ever tried. So if Inov-8 came to me and asked me how I'd make it better, I would do everything they just did to this new version 2. So why do I love this shoe so much? Why is it one of my favorite all-time all-rounder shoes? One, it's zero drop. Two, it allows my foot to work naturally with nice, very precision flex grooves into the outsole and midsole, offering the perfect amount of protection in the mountains with the ability to be flexible and run naturally and allow my foot to work as it should for stability as I'm running through the mountains. This is my all-day shoe. So what would I have changed? First, the upper fit. It just wasn't very anatomically fitting. It was just kind of like a box cut. It was just very, very straight cut and didn't really hug the foot, especially through the midfoot. Well, they fixed that. Another key change to the upper was the durability. Now I got almost 2 years of my first pair of the Terra Ultras in before I started to really see some wear and tear. So they've added a new mesh. You'll be able to use this shoe for a long time. Another big key change that wasn't really an issue for me, but a lot of runners were saying that the tongue was too thin, that the lacing kind of dug into the upper top of their foot, and that just kind of added some discomfort. I never had that trouble, but they've added a little bit of thickness and a little bit of padding and cushioning for the lacing on top of the foot, which will help a lot of the comfort issues there. So that's it with the changes. Simple, very few, which you would expect from a very, very good, maybe one of the best shoes ever. But even though they're simple changes, they're significant changes. So we're gonna take this inside and go over this shoe top to bottom, left to right, side to side, and tell you why this is one of the best shoes ever made. All right, back inside, and here it is. The Inov-8 Trailfly G270. And I'm gonna talk a little bit about what hasn't changed from version 1, which again was originally called the Terra Ultra G270. Nothing has changed from version 1 to version 2 from the midsole below, or the orange color and below. And you know, I think, like I keep mentioning how this is one of my favorite shoes ever, and it's really because it's got a combination of really good ground feel, natural feel, allowing my feet to work naturally, but also giving me adequate protection I need in the mountains all day long. This is an ultra shoe for me. This is an all-day, all-rounder type of shoe that I can wear all day. It gives me the comfort I need, but also the nice, flexible midsole and low to the ground feel that my feet crave. And what's the magic that makes that happen is the Meta Flex. All these little grooves put not only on the outsole, but all these little grooves in the midsole right here. They just look so subtle. You can see them on both sides. See all these These little grooves here. Boom. So such a subtle design feature, but it's really the magic of the shoe and what allows the shoe to work really, really flexible, but with great energy return. And I think that's where this shoe is super, super unique. Even though it's low to the ground, it is just really, really dynamic and what I've come to really enjoy about this shoe. The lug depths are 4 millimeters, which I find is just really ideal for an all-rounder shoe. It's gonna be really good at most anything, and let's be honest, in most really, really muddy terrain, most shoes aren't gonna do much good anyway. So again, 4 mil lug depth. The midsole, or the orange colored material, is 12 millimeters. And then we have the boomerang insert, which is really what also adds to the energy return. This is a very, very dynamic insert that's very, very unique. Best ones I've ever tried. This is a 6 millimeter depth. Okay, so if you add up our lug depth, our midsole, and the boomerang insert, we come up with 22 millimeter stack height, which I think is just really that sweet spot for not only having agility, being able to run fast on mountains and trails, but also giving you enough protection to go all day. Now I have good form, I prefer zero drop, and so this is something I can use all day long. Other people might not be used to the zero drop. This might be your shorter type of shoe, your shorter, faster shoe until you build up the strength for it. So there's many purposes for this and why it's such a great street shoe. What's the G stand for? G grip. It's in the title, G270. Graphene. They have graphene infused material not only in the outsole, but in the midsole, which again adds to durability. I have almost 2 years worth of running in this outsole. So durability is dynamite. And once the lugs wear down as these have, now it's a great road shoe. So everything you want in an outsole and a midsole from durability standpoint, it's all packed in here with the graphene. So I'll keep coming back to the uniqueness of this shoe. So we've got durability. Okay, this is a very flexible, very natural shoe that allows your feet to do the work. Allows your feet to feel the ground and to stabilize in an appropriate way, how our feet should stabilize. But it's giving you great energy return and protection. That again, that's what's so unique about this shoe. There's no other shoe I feel like this that's gonna give you everything your feet need and the ability to go for as long as you wanna go. All right, so now, if really nothing has changed from the midsole down, let's talk about what has changed. It's really kind of just the fit. And if let me back up. I have a very, very narrow foot. So I really enjoyed the wide toe box. And this is, Inov-8 has a fit scale of 1 to 5. And this is a 5, meaning the widest. So I didn't mind the width of the toe box in my forefoot because I prefer that. But what I found with the first generation was just kind of a boxy fit and very non-anatomically fit in through the midfoot. And so my foot kind of just didn't feel secure. And I needed to tie the laces down tight to get a secure fit, but then that kind of just made things a little more uncomfortable in through here and through the lacing. So with the new one, they've really kind of streamlined or created more of an anatomically fit through the midfoot that really kind of gives me just a more secure fit while maintaining the wide toe box. So just a very, very great update as far as how this fit is securing around the midfoot of the shoe. And secondly, some of the complaints was durability. So they've upgraded the mesh, made it more flexible. You can see where I started to get a little wear and tear. Get there. Okay, you can kind of see that flex point and how these overlays extended almost right into the toe box. They've done away with that. You can see now none of the overlays are here. And I think that's just gonna really open it up for better flex point with the mesh, where it should add to a lot of longevity and durability with the upper, and that was their goal. So they've really kind of streamlined the overlays and narrowed them, and really kept the overlays here versus extending them all the way in through closer to the toe box. So I think that's going to help. They've also added a little bit of padding to the tongue just to add some comfort. I didn't have too much trouble there, but that seemed to be a common complaint. So that padding should really add to the comfort once you got things laced up. What I really like about what Inov-8 does is they make changes based on performance and improving performance. They just don't make a change for a PR or a public relations hit for the next season. They haven't upgraded in over 2 years. And so now they've really honed in on what updates they needed to make this shoe perform better. And it was also already an awesome shoe, and now it's even better with the fit. And with that, they put in a lot of research with the upper material. So this upper material now in their research shows 25% better longevity with the upper material. So I just think that's going to be dynamite. Not only are you getting a natural feel, low to the ground feel, allowing your feet to work well, but you're getting durability, and those don't always go hand in hand anymore in the industry. So overall, one of my favorite shoes ever. And you kind of cringe when they go to make changes from a shoe that was so good, but these changes are really dynamite. Really made sense, giving me more agility, a little bit more lockdown feel, so now I can really run just a little bit faster and more confident on technical rocky terrain that they run on in the mountains. It's great, just a wonderful all-rounder. Climbing, descending, all day, rollers, technical, fast hard pack. I mean, this shoe really does it all. And the problem with a lot of all-rounder shoes is they tend to maybe do everything okay or pretty good. Well, this does everything really, really, really well. And that's why it's just one of my favorite shoes ever, ever, ever. So if you're looking for a fast shoe for short, fast runs in the mountains and the trails, this is your shoe. If you're looking for an all-day shoe that's going to give you the protection, but also this natural running environment platform that you like in a zero-drop shoe and allowing your feet to work naturally, this is your shoe. That's why it's one of the best all-rounders out there. Thanks for watching. Over and out from Jackson Hole. See you next time.